Boys and girls, in today's video we're going to be talking about budgets. Now, what is the budget? It is simply a plan. Think of it as a plan for trying to save or manage your spending. Now, right now, you guys are like around 10 years old. You can actually create even your own budget now. Your parents may give you a weekly allowance or maybe a monthly allowance. And with that allowance, you can say, all right, I'm going to spend this amount. Maybe I'm going to spend $10 of my allowance, and then I'm going to save $15. So a budget allows you to just really plan out how do you want to spend and save your money. Your parents may have a budget for buying a new house or buying a new car. When you get older, your budgets really start helping you buy some big ticket items, okay? Like a house, a car, a TV, things like that. But don't think that you can't use a budget to also determine if you can buy a video game or how long it's going to take you to buy a video game. Okay? So budgets are simply a plan where we look at how much are we spending. We put money in different categories so that we can see how long it's going to take us to get to a certain place. In our first problem, we see Carlos has a weekly allowance of $24. He spends $4 on snacks and $6 on entertainment each week. He is saving the rest for a printer that costs $224. How many weeks will it take Carlos to save enough money to buy the printer? So I read it one time. I'm going to read it a second time. And this time when I read it, I really want to pay attention to what's going on. So I see that Carlos has a weekly allowance of $24. So each week he gets $24. I'm going to write that down. $24 per week. Okay? Now with that money, he spends $4 on snacks and $6 on entertainment each week. So each week he's going to spend some money. So he's going to spend $4 for snacks, and he's going to spend $6 for entertainment, like movies or something like that. So he's going to spend part of it, and then the other part of the money he's going to actually save. So he's saving the rest for a printer that costs $224. Now I know I can't look at this and say, oh, he's just going to take whatever's left and save it. And that's how much it takes. Because the printer costs $224. Okay? So his goal, let me spell goal correctly. His goal is to have $224 in savings. Okay, it's the savings goal. How many weeks will it take Carlos to save enough money to buy the printer? Okay, now I'm ready to start solving this problem. I see he's spending $4 on snacks and $6 on entertainment each week. So that means he's spending a total of how much? Well, I would add these two together. He spends $10 each week. And then if he spends that much, he saves the rest. Well, out of $24, what's 24 minus 10? Okay, I can do that on the side if I'm not able to do that in my head. 4 minus nothing is 4. 2 minus 1 is 1. So then that means $14 are going to get saved each week. So each week he's saving $14. Now I'm trying to figure out how many weeks is it going to take him if he saves $14 each week so that he can get to $224. Now, it would probably be very annoying to just write out 14 and keep adding it and see how many weeks that is. I could do that, but I'm going to just try to divide. I want to see how many times does $14 go into $224. Okay, so let's see. I remember So it might be kind of difficult to just do the regular division here. I remember a time when we did partial quotients. When we did partial quotients, we thought about taking large groups of something out. So I'm thinking about this 14, and I'm imagining multiplying 14 times 10. Multiply by 10, add a 0 to the end. So if I added a 0 to 14, I would have $140. I could take out 140. When I take this out, I'm taking 10 14s out. Okay? So I'm taking 10 out. 224 minus 140. Well, 4 minus nothing is 4. I can't do 2 minus 4. That becomes a 1. 12 minus 4 is 8. So now I'm left with 84. Alright, so now I'm thinking about my 5 times tables. I know 5 times 12 is 60. 2 more 5s would be 70. So therefore 14 times 5 would be 70. I want to take out 70 because I know that 70 is 5 times 14. So what's 84 minus 70? That's 14. So I'm left with 14. And I'm thinking, what multiplication fact equals 14? Well, that is 1 times 14. So I'm going to take out a 14, just 1. 1 times 14. Now this was the partial quotients approach. And what I'm able to do is I'm able to now add my partial quotients together. These are the numbers I circled. 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 plus 1 is 16. So I am saying that 224 divided by $14 would be 16 weeks. Okay? Now, I want to check this answer because I could have made a simple mistake. I'm going to use multiplication to check my division. So I'm going to now multiply 16 weeks times $14 is going to save each week. And I expect to get $224. So let me set that up, and I'll just do the old school approach. 6 times 4 is 24, carry my 2. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2 would be 6. Cross that out, come down to the next row. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. Now I'm going to add. 4 plus 0 is 4. 6 plus 6 is 12. Carry my 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Check. I got the same answer as my dividend. Therefore, it will take Carlos 16 weeks to save up enough money to buy the printer. Go ahead and write your answer down, but don't just write your answer, show your work. So I'm going to leave this up, and then all right, in our second problem, Brenda's weekly allowance is $15. She puts aside $5 of her weekly allowance for gifts and $2 to charity. She divides what's left into equal amounts for spending money and music downloads. How much spending money does Brenda have each week? Now I'm going to read the problem a second time so I can understand what I need to figure out and what information they've given me. Brenda's weekly allowance is $15. Ooh, that looks important. So that's how much money she gets each week. Okay, she puts aside $5 of her weekly allowance for gifts. Okay, so she has a pile of money that she spends for gifts and gives $2 to charity. Okay, She divides what's left into equal amounts for spending money and music downloads. How much spending money does she have each week? So I'm figuring out this spending money because I don't know what it is right now. Now that I've read it a second time, I put down my key information. I'm going to read it a third time just so I can fully understand where things are going. Okay, so she has $15 of weekly allowance. She puts the $5 aside for gifts. She puts $2 to the side for charity. And then she divides what's left into equal amounts. So equal amounts, whatever's left. Well, let's figure out how much is left. We know that she's spending $5 plus $2, so she already has set aside $7. And then whatever's left. Well, she started with 15 and she gets rid of $7. $15 minus $7 equals $8. Okay, so then it says she divides that amount into equal amounts for this and this. So I have $8, I'm splitting it evenly between these two things. So I'm thinking 8 divided by 2. Oh, that's $4. So there'd be $4 for music downloads and $4 for spending money. Yeah, that makes sense. And let me make sure that this all equals $15. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 plus 4 is 15. All right, that's all of the $15 budgeted out. Okay, so they ask me, how much money does Brenda, how much spending money does Brenda have each week? Well, it's right here. She has $4 for spending money each week. Well, boys and girls, I gave you enough room to go ahead and set this up as we have. Make sure you write all of this down on your paper. And if you need to press pause, go ahead and do so. Darlene gets $10 a week allowance. She walks her neighbor's dog 6 days each week and earns $3 each day. She earns $7 an hour doing odd jobs. Darlene wants to save $15 a week, give $5 a week to charity, and have at least $20 each week to spend. How many hours of odd jobs does she need to do each week to earn enough money? I'm going to read that one more time now that I've thought about it. Darlene gets $10 a week allowance. Okay, so she has $10 of allowance each week. She walks her neighbor's dog 6 days each week and earns $3 each day. Okay, so she earns some money. I don't know how much it is each week, but she earns it walking dogs. Okay, 6 days, $3 each day. Okay, then she earns $7 an hour doing odd jobs. So we don't know how much she's going to make in all. We just know she does these odd jobs and she gets $7 each hour. So she wants to save $15 a week, give $5 a week to charity, and have at least $20 a week to spend. Okay, so once she gets all of her money, she wants to have savings of $15. She wants to have charity of $5. And then spending, she wants at least $20. So we're just going to write 20. They're asking us how many hours of odd jobs does she need to do each week to earn enough money. All right. So the first thing I want to do right now is I want to see how much money does she need in her weekly budget. How much money is this entailing? So I see she has $15 in savings, $5 for charity, and $20 to spend. So how much is all of this together? So I'm thinking of 15 plus 5 plus 20. Okay, let's add 15 plus 5. Well, that would be $20. $20 plus another $20 would be $40. So she has a budget of $40. That's what she is needing to have. Alrighty, so now I know she's going to need to have $40 in this. I know she already has $10. She walks dogs 6 days a week for $3 each day. Ooh, I can actually figure out how much money she makes from walking dogs. So each day she's getting $3, but she's doing this for 6 days. So that's like 6 times 3, which equals $18. So let's write that over here. Okay, so seeing how much money she's getting this week, each week, she's getting $10 for allowance plus $18 from walking dogs. And then she's going to do some odd jobs that'll give her $7 an hour. And when all is said and done, she needs to have a total of $40. So when I add 10 plus 18 plus whatever this is, she needs to have $40. Okay, so 10 plus 18 plus something equals 40. Okay, so now let's go and add these together, because if we add these together, we can subtract that total from 40. Okay, 10 plus 18. Ooh, I think we can do that one in our head. That is $28. Ooh, make that look like a 28. So now, 28, I need to take that from 40. So I'm going to work that out right over here. 40 minus 28. Can't do 0 minus 8, so I'm going to take 1 away from this 4 and then make the 10, make the 0 a 10. 10 minus 8 would be 2. 3 minus 2 would be 1. Okay, so she needs $12 right here. Now I'm going to go back to my question and make sure I'm answering the question. How many hours of odd jobs does she need to do each week to earn enough money? Now I just found out that she needs to make $12 from her odd jobs, but they didn't ask me how much money does she need to make from her odd jobs. They said how many hours. So now she gets paid $7 for each hour she does an odd job. She needs to get to $12. So let's see, if she works 1 hour, she's going to get $7. That's not enough. If she only has $7, she does not get to spend $20 just for fun. So let's think about 2 hours. If she works 2 hours, how much money will that be? We're thinking 7 times 2. Oh, that would work. She would make $14. It's $2 more than she needs, but if she only did 7 hours, she'd be short. So we're going to put 14 here, This now becomes $42. Okay? And so she has enough. And it says she wanted at least $20, so she'd actually have $22 to spend. Her budget would now be $42. And let's go back to the question. How many hours of odd jobs does she need to do each week to earn enough? She's going to need to do 2 hours of odd jobs to make enough money. Now I do need you to show me all of your work for this problem. You can see I had to do quite a bit of work. I had to set it up so I understood what was happening, and you see how I even had to adjust things. In real life, you will be able to work part of an hour. For our problems here in 4th grade, we're working a full hour, okay? That is why I had to figure out exactly how many hours did she need to work. She had to do 2 hours. She went to the next hour because 1 hour was not enough for the odd job. All right, press pause if you still need some more time to write this down. Greetings, boys and girls. Today in our video, we talked about making a budget, okay? Now, a budget was simply a plan that helped us organize our spending and our savings, and we were able to put money in different categories. This is a life skill, so I hope you really paid attention to this video, and we'll be talking about it in class at length so that you can understand it a little deeper. These are great things that you can also talk to your parents about. I am sure they would love to help you come up with a plan for saving, especially if you're like saving for somebody's birthday, or maybe you're saving for something you want to buy for yourself. These are wonderful things that you can talk to your parents about and just get pretty good at it, because as you get older, budgets will save your life and they'll save you some money. Okay, until we meet again, au revoir.